Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and those not restricted by binary definitions of gender, into the Gridge. We're back with our beloved Postal Party, those heroes from long ago. I've almost forgotten their names. But they have all leveled up, they have geared up, and they have prepared to take on...
We leveled up?
Yeah, like a month and a half ago.
Oh, okay. I was like, fuck.
We leveled up to level 5, right?
You leveled up to 5, and then we did the Christmas special.
Just checking.
And that was the last
Oh, you scared me.
Me too.
I got scared.
No, you are appropriately level 5.
Okay, continue.
And with this sort of gain in power and prestige after saving the town, whether they see it that way or not, from the succubi incursion, you were sort of given the go-ahead, given the blessing by Zell to go into the witch's cottage and see if you could find a way to break the curse. She was unable to tell you much of what happened before, a lot of those memories being pretty severely repressed based off of what we did the last couple times we played Gridge. But
it was great. It was great. I did the best out of all the party members.
You did great.
At surviving the longest, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you made it easiest for me to sort of deal with.
Yeah. I understood.
Zell, however, did give you guys a slip of paper that just cryptically
fired.
No, it's not pink.
Is that a thing anymore?
We're gonna fight that one. We got lawyers. We're gonna that one.
You can't do that without costs.
And no discounts.
Anyways, you guys were given a piece of paper, and all it says is it just tells you that the password for the door, and that's all it says, is the password for the door is stone hewn. And
I know this door.
That is sort of all the preparation you were given as you approach that familiar stone cottage. A gentle rain falls on the ground, pitter-pattering against Kirog's heavy armor, clinking as you walk up to the vine-shrouded cottage. You push open into the door and find it dark inside. There is no warmth in this room. The rug has been cast aside, revealing a trapdoor leading downwards. And there is, in contrast to the rest of the room, a rather immaculate and well-constructed door, free of the signs of decay of the rest of the cottage. What would you all like to do?
Sorry, what was immaculately something?
The door. So you open the front door and walk in, and there's a door sort of on the wall opposite it
Oh.
that from outside couldn't possibly go anywhere. And it shows no signs of rot or decay, unlike the rest of this.
I look at the door. I poke and prod it using both my smart carpenter brain and also my smart magic brain.
Looks completely harmless.
This is interesting. I will say, make me an Arcana check with advantage because you have invoked your knowledge of carpentry.
Okay.
Which I think this is a very unique intersection of those skills. So I love that.
About to use my new dice power.
Yes. Oh, that was a satisfying series of thumps. 8 with advantage? Oh,
18.
18.
Yeah.
Much better. This is a doorway that is, as you guessed, magically infused. It is tethered to a small pocket dimension, a series of rooms that you can sort of go to and from if you know the command word that will sort of activate the magical portal.
I communicate that to everybody.
Great.
Where is this door again? Sorry, I got up for a second.
This is inside the cottage, sort of directly across from the main doorway.
Okay. Yes.
And this appears to be like the only room kind of thing.
Yes, there is a fireplace. There's a trap door leading down.
We know what's down there.
The ways out are trap door or fancy door.
Can I examine the trap door too?
Suspicious.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Just an investigation check on this one.
That is a 16. 1-6.
Okay. It's a pretty standard trapdoor. No magic coming off of it. Although as you get closer, there does seem to be a lot more kind of hollowness to it than you would expect from just a cellar. You kind of tap on it, and the sound seems to travel and bounce off things much deeper than a cellar would.
My vote is for magic door.
Cellar, I hardly know her.
Because we know what's under the trapdoor, and it's just a bunch of dungeons.
But do we know that?
I guess that's a good question. Well, but she gave us...
All that Zell could tell you was that there are dungeons down there, and this is the code word. As mentioned, it was a very traumatic experience, and many of the memories are repressed.
I just feel like if she gave us a code word, and then we see this door, and it's like, oh, this door needs a code word.
That would be kind of the direction.
And I feel like it's a pretty logical conclusion to be like, oh, this is where she wanted us to go.
Yeah, let's do it. Does anyone have?
That makes sense to me.
Yeah,
great.
Does anyone like to say it? Can I say the word?
Please, Cerberus.
I'm kind of afraid you're going to turn into an 8-ball for some reason. I don't know why. I just get this feeling.
I go up to the door and then I forget what the word is. Does anyone have who is the piece of paper?
Probably Finian.
Okay, I'm gonna delicately snatch the piece of paper out of Finian's hands.
Delicately.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, Finian.
And then I'm like a stone hewn.
And there is a beam of light that begins in the keyhole to this door, and it travels outwards along the seam, sort of illuminating the inside of the door frame. And you turn the handle and open it, and a wash of just warm, comforting air flows over you. You see, entering through the arcane door, you step foot into a circular room. Warm pastels overwhelm the color palette, and portholes occupy the place of windows, looking out onto an endless, ever-changing sea of dunes. A wood stove occupies the wall to your left, its cold chimney winding along the curves of the wall before disappearing into them. You see a modest kitchen with a plain table and 2 chairs taking up most of the room. And to your left, a sandstone staircase curls upwards along the perimeter.
Sandstone staircase.
Say that 5 times fast.
Couldn't even say it one time slow there.
See, I don't know what Zale was so upset about. This place looks very welcoming and inviting.
That's right.
Very nice.
Well,
What would you guys like to do in this room? Are we poking around? Are we just going right upstairs?
yeah, I'll poke and talk.
Was there
around
anything
a
cool in
little
here besides that was lying around?
Then I would like investigation checks from Bert and Cerberus.
Wow.
bit. Birdibus. 12.
Crit pog.
Ooh. Damn. All right. Cerberus with the 12, you don't see too much. It seems to be just your standard sort of kitchen. Curiously, this place is free of any sort of pest. So the food, although it has, gone quite bad, has not been eaten by cockroaches. The grain stores have not been broken into by rats, etc.
Okay.
With a nat 20, Bert, you see behind one of the kitchen cabinets, something has sort of fallen down. And you're able to kind of fish your hand back in there and pull out a fallen painting. That is a painting of a small, a dwarven person with miraculous multicolored eyes. And the sort of grain and crop farmer, Aeneas Smith, who is sort of crotchety and doesn't like the people who smoke fantasy weed.
Aeneas, right?
Yep.
Was that the witch?
The multicolored eye one we know is the witch.
No.
Yes.
That was the guy who's holding this stuff up. Right? He was like holding up a waterfall.
Max is right. Yes.
No.
Because
What?
There was a guy holding up a waterfall, and then he was doing that to stop the other guy from something with the elemental apocalypse.
Yeah, but the guy trying to do the elemental apocalypse is the witch, who is also
Correct.
a sundered soul.
incorrect.
Well, who was the sundered soul then?
The person with the
dwarf
multicolored eyes who's preventing it from happening.
The dwarf?
Yes.
I thought it was the other way.
No.
Okay.
I promise you, I have tried to
Borig.
be. Yeah, Borig is a sundered soul.
Borig is the sundered soul. The
Yes.
other, the witch is not.
Correct.
If you say so.
I do.
That is how that works, I guess. Yeah.
I could have swore it was the other way around.
Guys, Borak is an Armenian cheese pastry, so get that right.
So
I'll keep that in mind.
Down.
I'll
Note
keep that in
that.
mind. Thank you.
www.Borag.
What? Is that a website? Wouldn't that be like...
Guys,
It's
new
just a
favorite
pastry,
website
though?
just dropped.
Wouldn't that be like donut.com?
Yeah, www.
Hold on, let me go to www.donut.com real quick.
I would love donut.com. Are you kidding me?
Donut.
I bet, like, Krispy
it's
Kreme on it.
It's boo. It's a fucking... what is this?
That looks
No, it's like
Now
really
I gotta
good,
go.
Hamza.
bullshit.
What?
Just it's some sort of networking thing.
Connect around
Ew.
the water cooler. Holy shit.
I wanted it to redirect to some Krispy Kreme something.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Hey,
Slack
literally,
integration.
It's got
Well, I'm
super
gonna read
corporate
about
art
myself.
I use a thing
thing.
called Donut at work.
Is it this?
It's probably this.
Not Octa.
Connect serendipitously for virtual coffee, peer learning, DEI discussions, and more.
This sounds like something that my company uses.
What? Yeah, I don't know what this is.
Man, I really wanted it to go to Krispy Kreme.
This is really tough.
What a waste.
This is devastating.
Everyone press F to pay respects for donut.com.
Yeah, I was hoping it'd kind of be like the Donut Trade Association or something like that. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
The Donut Makers Union.
Mm.
it's true.
Anyways. Bert, that is the sort of most notable thing you find in this kitchen. I will tell you that the silverware is well used. Everything in here seems like secondhand. Like a lot of it was probably thrifted. And then one of the chairs is a lot more worn down than the other.
Is there a defined butt print?
Yes.
Hey, Bert. You should sit in that chair.
Oh, I don't mind if I do. I sit in the chair.
You sit in the chair and your knees actually kind of come up a little bit higher than you were expecting. This chair sits this a little lower than the other one does.
How tall is Bert? Did I write that
I
down?
give him a hearty thumbs up. That's all I wanted.
Wonderful.
Hearty thumbs up?
Yeah.
You know, like a solid, like a lot of sort of gesticulating in there.
A lot of mustard on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just really go to town on the mustard on that bad boy.
It's true. That's what I always do.
So where to now?
Uppies, I guess?
Uppies, you guess. Wonderful.
What?
Wow.
What, Max?
I didn't say anything.
You'll never go uppies?
I feel like I had a description written down, but maybe I didn't. Okay. Well, the stairs take you into an oblong library, this room stretching out further than the one beneath it. Tall shelves stocked with numerous scrolls and tomes sit gathering dust. A pair of well-loved armchairs sit opposite each other, one leather and the other fuchsia, with made out of sort of velvet, on top of an ornate rug. The far wall opens to a balcony overlooking the desert beyond the mansion. There is one other notable occupant of this room, although they are no longer among the living.
Oh.
There is a corpse lying in a long, darkened puddle of dry blood, trailing from a teleportation circle in the floor in the middle of the room.
It's not ideal, I think.
I wonder
Not
who
great.
that could be.
There are also the stairs sort of continue curling upwards to a third level. What do we want to do in this room?
There's 2 armchairs, you said?
That's correct.
Hey, Bert. Hey, Bert. Can you do me a favor?
Okay, what is it, servers?
So if I sit in this armchair, will you sit in the other one?
Yeah, I don't mind the wrist and my knees. Yeah, they get hurt sometimes.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. No, thank you. Good. Okay,
Yeah, you guys
I'll
sit
go
down. Cerberus, you take first pick. So, do you sit in the leather armchair or the fuchsia velvet armchair? Or velvet?
Fuchsia velvet, I think.
Regardless.
I'll do the velvet
Okay.
one.
Yeah, you sit down, and this one has distinct butt prints. Like this one is
Nice.
broken in, and
I add
you
mine
sort
to
of
the. Yeah.
sink into it very comfortably. And Bert, similarly, You sort of nestle well into the leather armchair. Do either of you have a favorite chair back home? I think this is more of a Bert question.
Yeah, I don't really
Versus
have.
sort of nomadic style.
Oh, I thought you meant Max for a second. No, does Bert? I absolutely imagine Bert has a finally, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, he's probably got several. He probably has several favorite chairs.
Okay. All right.
You probably made a couple, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah. Yeah. You sit down. Your mind sort of wanders for a moment back to those favorite chairs of yours. You remark on the sturdy construction of it, the frame doing well to support you, and even with all your equipment as you prepare to adventure. Would anyone else like to explore the room?
Just sitting here the whole time.
Can I inspect the body?
Yeah, make me an investigation check.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Well, okay. I would also allow, if you want to try and determine cause of death, medicine.
I'll
Right.
do
Investigation
Oh.
would be sort of the body and surroundings.
well, what if I did both?
Okay, which one first?
I'll do investigation first.
Great.
19.
Okay. You walk up and see that this person has sort of wizardly garb on, no apparent armor, but lots
Do
of.
they look like
sort
a
of-
real fucking nerd?
Oh yeah, like a huge dweeb.
Yeah.
But they had fallen next to a small, just like little circular, side table that tilted down and seemed to roll away from them. You couldn't see the top of it before, but in the course of your investigation, you see that their hand sort of lies pointing at it, and they have written a message in their own blood.
Ah,
Or rather, they began one. The message trails off at the end, but it says, "Don't let Borg cry. Stop the arrival." And then the last three letters are E-N-I. But the I sort of trails off, unable to be completed before our poor wizard friend here expired.
don't let Orig cry.
In the
Huh?
course of your investigation, you do find his spell book, however.
Arrival. Wait, what were the last letters?
E-N-I.
Like, was the E capitalized? Like this was the beginning of a new sentence?
Yes, this was a new line.
Okay. Okay, and we find his spell book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sick. Can
Would
I?
you like to?
Yeah.
Absolutely, you may.
Okay, that was in their favor. So not counting that. Not much better. 10.
On a 10, there are a number of injuries all over his body, but it does seem that the most severe of them is an odd-looking stab wound in his stomach. You can't quite figure out why it seems off to you, but it is clear enough that there was a blade in his tummy.
That's too bad.
Does this guy look like he was a loser fucking nerd idiot?
You already did
Big
that
time.
joke. You missed it.
Kayla did do that joke.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, it's a good one.
It is a banger.
How do you spell wound? Why am I?
WOUND.
It has an O in there. Oh, no, a U.
You know, like you spell wow.
I don't
You are
know, I
spelling
couldn't
it like wand.
I missed it. I missed the U. Okay, I spelled it
Wand.
like wand.
One.
Is there anything good in his spell book?
Make me an Arcana check.
12.
So, all wizards write their spell books in a sort of unique cipher, to say the least. The magical nature of the spells is often such that there is a sort of understanding between the wizard and their spell book that kind of locks it from other users. But people are able to sort of flip through and look at patterns and see a couple things. You don't know exact spells, but you can tell there are a number of rituals in this book.
Ooh.
But it would take you some time spent investigating and translating to
Rituals, you say?
Yeah, it's crazy. Who might use those?
Not me.
I put that book in my own bag and
Yeah.
trot away.
Nice.
That's my
Yeah, Kira,
book.
you pocket it and walk away.
Mhm.
What else would we like to do here?
I'm still having fun in the chair, personally.
Yeah. You're chilling in the chair. Kayla's,
Bert is just kind of like caressing the leather. He's like poking it, he's prodding it. He's got a set
Dorian,
of calipers out.
what
Actually,
is-
he's kind of doing some.
What's your mindset been as you guys have sort of explored here, setting off into dangers unknown?
I
You want to
think,
smile at the chair, Dorian?
yeah. Do I want
Alright.
to do what?
Let's continue. Sorry.
What?
I think Cerberus was offering you the velvet armchair for a moment, if you want.
I was offering a bird's chair actually, but
Yeah, I mean, I can sit in the chair. I haven't had my chair chance yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Cerberus, for ease of this, we'll say you get up as
Alright.
Dorian sort of sits down in this velvet armchair. I think it seems very in tune with your sort of style, Dorian. The purple might be a bit on the brighter side of your palette, but the vibes are there.
Okay.
anyway, continue with what you were going to say, Risa. I'm sorry.
Interesting. Bro, I think Dorian's like, ooh, this energy that I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, a sort of tension, an oddness,
make sense?
a feeling throughout the body of unease that can only be expressed through muscle and motion.
Yeah,
Sometimes you just gotta.
yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah.
Well, you've all sort of had a good amount of chair time. Kirog's investigations have taken a few minutes at the least, just with how thorough they were. So,
I did a real thorough investigation also, I think.
of
The chair.
oh, good.
Both.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's good. That's great.
Yeah.
What did your investigation? What did it
It was a good chair.
bear fruit?
It was a good chair.
It was a good enough chair to share. So
Yeah, it's true.
there you go.
I got it.
Going up or down?
Oh, sorry. Let's go up. I don't know.
Okay. This top floor is a cozy bedroom. The tower walls slope to a gentle apex supported by wooden beams. A four-poster bed sits, the canopy wafting gently in the delicate caress of the warm wind coming through the open glass doors out to another balcony with a set of chairs.
A lot of chairs.
Okay, now I'm confused about the chairs.
There's 2 chairs on every level. Do you
Some
not
of it,
have...
like-
Oh, this is
Places
just
to sit?
this is just they were boyfriends thing. I see.
Yes.
Oh,
There really were 2 people living here.
wow.
Yes.
That's right.
Listen, repetition is the key to get people to remember things.
But we already knew.
Well,
You know, Columbo and I, we were boyfriends once, and now we're more than that. So
Your ex-boyfriend,
Do you?
yeah,
who is now your husband.
my ex-boyfriend.
My
Columbo.
favorite thing is people calling their spouses their ex-boyfriend or girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's now
very
their
funny.
husband or wife. I think that's fucking funny.
good.
It's kind of like
Well, yeah.
what the Mitch Hedberg. I used to do drugs. Kind of adjacent.
Yeah.
Still do, but I used to.
I
too.
still do. Yeah, I used to also do them.
I used to date him. I still do, but I used to too.
Very true,
Yeah.
Max. Very true.
Yeah.
Well, Would anyone like to sort of investigate up here?
I mean, I'll sit. I haven't sat yet.
Yeah, you walk out onto the balcony, and it is a
Okay.
lovely, sort of summery day. And
Yeah.
as mentioned, it just looks out onto a never-ending desert of just gently rolling
Does this
dunes.
feel like a real desert? Like we're
Make
in
me
a
an
real
insight check.
place? That's a 3.
It's sand.
Yep.
Oddly enough, it's with the wind. Some bits of it are sort of picked up and blown, all around, and it's very gentle, fine sand.
Okay.
But that's sort of all you get with a
Cool.
3.
I'll investigate. I'm chaired out. Gotta
Great.
share the soft every now and
An
again.
investigation check, please, Cerberus.
17.
17. Very nice. You find an old diary.
Oh.
It belonged to Borg. It was kept in on the bedside table here, and is open to one of the first few pages.
Okay.
It is
I'm gonna ask
predominantly.
if there's anything juicy I can find.
I'm telling you, don't worry.
Okay. Yeah. No, I was gonna ask. Don't worry.
Yes. It is predominantly empty, and you get the feeling that entries are scattered a few days apart, and it really kind of gives the vibe that like Borg wanted to be the kind of person who keeps a diary, but did like a couple entries and then forgot a bunch and just never did it again.
Yeah. I
Um,
feel that.
but what you're able to learn is that Borg created this this demiplane, this mansion for him for here and Anelius to have sort of a warm getaway. Borg wasn't a big fan of the weather in Treacher Falls, so wanted to make somewhere for them to sort of retire to.
And fuck.
There was a time when Borg was doing a lot of just sort of odd jobs for people around town, so people were always looking for Borg, and the two chose to just sort of make a space for themselves.
Wow.
But Anelius never really embraced it. Anelius would come if Borg was there or asked, but it was really sort of Borg's tower.
Okay. But there's nothing in here that'll help us like break the curse, right?
No.
Okay.
I'll tell you what.
Uh-huh.
I will remind you. I'm gonna find where I put it. That in the temple
Okay.
that had the sort of 5 towers that had fallen into the canyon,
Mhm.
and the waterfall that comes from the sky that has dried up used to flow into it. There was a fountain in the middle that had cracked, and there was an inscription that formed through the cracks that reads, "Tears of the sky rend the flesh of the earth. Rent flesh of mortals has godly worth. The land shall be set to wallow in dearth."
Okay.
But there is unfortunately here not much to help you break.
I think about that again, and I scoured through the diary a little bit more, and I'm like, this don't give me shit. So, so I'm just gonna show everybody what I found. Tell them that there's nothing really juicy in it.
Actually, you know what? There's
curse breaking.
one
Oh,
other thing.
okay.
In the margins, there are sketches of a strange device. It seems to be the closest thing you can reckon is likely a series of crossbows sort of
Okay.
tied together in a circle.
Okay.
And then there's like an arrow wrapped around it as if to indicate that like, oh, this should turn really fast and all these arrows will kind of go at once. But there's not a lot of further explanation there.
Okay.
There's some plans for a strange looking weapon.
Interesting. I will keep that in my brain, probably.
It's a good place for it.
I will keep it in Kayla's notebook.
Yeah, that too. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Good.
I wrote down, Perry reminded us of the quote in the temple. I don't get it still.
Yeah.
Well,
So
Yeah.
that's
you guys,
my
I will say you
hope.
have pretty well explored this little tower here. So, what would we like to do? Do we want to have a little brainstorming session, lay out all the clues, think about the next move, or are we just sort of barreling forward?
I guess what are our clues? We know there's a crossbow with arrows, and we can't let him cry.
Why is that? I don't remember that being a thing.
Which
Why is
part?
what?
Him crying. The crying.
That was what scrawled in blood.
I know,
that is
but I
what-
don't remember that from when we were.
Oh, like
So, to back up to a meta level, to
Yeah.
kind of keep things moving, when the pity party spoke with Borg explained that the reason the waterfall, it like fell through this cave and magically transported back up to the sky. And when the arrival happens, that waterfall becomes a portal to an elemental plane where the
Yes.
witch's patron is going to step through and lay waste to the land. But
Cool.
if the waterfall is not flowing, then there, one, will be no portal, and two, that is sort of the condition of the overarching curse on the town. So, what the pity party learned was that it was actually Borg who had sort of trapped everyone in town to prevent the arrival, but there's sort of a double curse happening because Enelius had cursed Borg, who was slowly turning to stone and was going to be entirely stone by the time of the next arrival.
Those tricky double curses.
But what does that have to do with Borg crying?
Because if any sort of water falls to the ground where the waterfall isn't, it will
Oh,
break that curse and the waterfall will, like, you know what I mean?
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So it's like a mini waterfall
Yeah.
of a tear.
Yes.
The crossbows are going in a circle, all pointing in or
No.
out?
It's a Gatling gun.
I was wondering if
He's
you just
designing a
sounded like you
Gatling
were talking
gun.
about a machine gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
This, and as long as we're getting meta like this, you have seen designs for this before. I think Bert,
Oh,
you
that's
have a
not
copy of
what I was
blueprints for
picturing.
this.
Do I?
Yes, when you did hit the reset switch in the freezer aisle, Borg had another warm little hideaway, and there were notes and blueprints for a magical weapon.
Let me go ahead and add that to my fucking thing. I Okay, I don't like managing inventory in D&D and Beyond as I do as much just writing down shit.
I mean, as long as you have a notebook, you know.
Yeah.
The trick is, as long as you guys remember it, that's great. It works for me, you know. I like having your character sheets so I can see what like
The
magic
fuck's
items
going
you
on?
have, so I can track
Yeah.
that, and like features and spells, so I can know a little bit better what are some situations I should put you in, so you can show off.
We never learned the witch's name, did we?
I think the pity party did, yes. The pity party learned that it was Anelius, but then did not make it out in time to sort of act on that. And then you have seen that this is Anelius and Borig's
I think it was
home.
spell an alias.
It starts with an ENI.
Yeah, I've been spelling it wrong.
That'll do it. Isn't that the most fun part of fantasy names? Is that
No.
none of the letters matter.
It does when it's part of a clue.
Yes, ENIALIAS. Or no, ENILIAS. Anelius. Yes.
Alrighty. How he got time to be the witch and a fucking narc farmer?
Well, there hasn't notably been like you guys have not actually seen or interacted with the witch.
Sure.
We have.
Yeah, there has been a lot of witch activity.
The witch like stalked the other party for one night 3 years ago. But most of the stuff has been
Am I supposed to be at not a lot of hit points? What happened before this? Why am I beat up?
it would have been left over from the Gunch.
Okay.
Or
Try
rather
not
from
be at that,
capitalism. Yes, take your long rest.
Yeah.
I got
It's
you.
been a while, folks.
Yeah, it has. We're
It
getting back
has.
into the swing of things. I mean, we're starting with a nice, gentle investigation, you know?
So I feel so stupid right now.
For what?
I feel like I'm not putting the pieces together.
They've been very, very spread out. So
Yeah, I guess we've been here.
it's
for a while.
hard to like conceptualize all that into
Yeah.
you know the immediate like you don't know to keep this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This was admittedly not the most well executed mystery.
If it had just been in a shorter time frame, it would have been great. But
Yeah.
So we need to.
If you guys want to leave, you need
So
to break
did we?
Borig's curse.
That,
which
so
would
that's
be-
what I'm trying to think about. So we need Borg not to be stone, but we also need the waterfall to not fall because we don't want the elemental lady to come.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And Nelius is the one that's going to do the summoning, or she just
Correct.
like portals there, she's coming, or is there like a spell that needs to happen, or we don't know.
So it is. You don't know. You
Yeah.
haven't heard.
Like killing
So-
Nelius would fix a lot of things. I know Borg doesn't want that, but
Borg's just a rock at this point, right? So, like, who kind of give a shit?
well, Borg
Right.
is probably almost rock.
And we don't know
Like-
that Anelius is the witch, right?
Yes, we do.
We do.
Well, we know.
No.
I don't know that.
Right.
Go ahead. I
I-
mean,
characters.
I don't know.
if anybody would like to make an insight check to put some pieces together,
I got a 4.
How about I'll do an insight check, maybe. Am I good at those? Kind of.
I'm not.
How about I do an insight check? 'Cause
Yes,
I'm
Well, I got
actually
an
good at
18. I got
checks.
an 18.
Okay, 19.
Or 18.
All right, let's hear what Dorian gets as well.
Can I sit contemplatively?
I got a
in
20.
the
Oh,
chair?
plus 5. 25.
Damn.
All right, a nat 20 plus 5.
Yeah.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
Dorian.
Oh my god.
Insightful shit.
Dorian
Really?
sits down one of these chairs, like fingers laced up like this, and it's just the fucking numbers flying around, all fitting into place. Dorian, basically, you figure out that one, Anelius is the witch. Two, you find another notebook that helps you clear up the whole double curse thing. So you see the path forward, like, okay, we need to end. Like, it'll be tricky to find a way to end the curse that is trapping everyone in town, because it's also sort of trapping the elemental out.
Okay.
So that's dicey.
This was in the
Okay.
cushion. of the
Borig
chair.
is
The cushion of the
close
chair,
to
right? Yeah.
being completely stoned at this point. It's been about 7 years.
Damn.
And you sort of realize that, like,
we know who
the
Borig
arrival could be
is?
happening any day. There was no way to know when it might be here. The time frame is roughly, like, it puts it. It could have been a couple days ago. It could be a few days ago. It could be in 10 minutes.
Oh no. Well,
Hope
can't
it's
tell
not 10
everyone else
minutes.
about my insights.
Wow.
I guess we should get a move on to find
Yeah,
Boris.
next time, Jay. Kind of not
We should
great.
go to what?
I mean, we probably should find
Move on.
Boric, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least on my
You
screen,
find-
Perry's
Sure.
mic just looks like the top of Riza's bun. Oh, they moved.
I do see
That is
this.
Oh,
pretty
If Riza, wait,
now?
yeah, there,
Yeah. Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
kind of completes the little picture. Yeah.
It's really good. Okay. Kirog, where are you getting a move on to?
I mean, the trapdoors are our only
Right. Yeah,
option.
go back and then.
So I will say it is, you could do the trap door, the teleportation
Or I guess
circle,
there's a teleportation circle, isn't there?
or there's the, like, the chimney reverses and leads down a little bit in there.
Which one gets us the furthest in?
The teleportation circle.
I feel like that's probably the best bet then.
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems fine.
All right. So you all gather around in the library here in the tower and take your time one by one. It's just a single person. But you vroom, 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 teleport down into the dungeon. You arrive in a room with two other teleportation circles. One of them, the arcane sigils seem to have worn away from disuse. They are not explicitly sort of scrawled or broken, but it is no longer an active circle. The other one, the stone has been cracked, as if someone, like, took a hammer and just destroyed this set of symbols physically.
Hmm.
You
Not
are
very chill.
in a small room that has just like a crystal gate that would swing out into a larger opening. So big room.
Crystal Gate.
Mm-hmm. Like it's just like a gate, but the bars are made of crystal.
Yeah, that's cool though. Sure. Let's go look at that.
Kicks ass.
Yeah.
Okay. You swing forward and enter into a large room. To your right is a large doorway made of ornate vines all sort of wrapped together. Across the way is another smaller doorway, similarly obscured by vines. There is a large number of tunnels leading off into the darkness to your left, a staircase leading up, and a small hallway that curves off somewhere you cannot see. This room also features signs of a battle long past. There are arcane scorch marks all over, discarded arrows, and scratches in the stone from claws of some sort, as well as hoof marks. So there are basically
Here's what-
4 directions of interest, and then a lot of just weird shit happened in this room.
Here's what I want to do real quick. You said that one of them was just kind of like a hallway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna send Sabatka down, see what he can
Yeah.
see as I look through his little eyes.
Absolutely. Sabatka flies, and it's just maybe a 10
Also,
foot
for the record,
hallway.
he's trying to be pretty stealthy.
Okay, roll a stealth check for me.
Just to be safe here.
Okay, that's a mechanical thing that we can follow up on.
What the fuck is this? Shit. 15.
Okay. Noted. Sabaka flies down this short hallway and into an alcove. In it, he sees a tomb wrought of sort of dull yellow crystal. Its dusty rest is observed by a statue with matching crystal eyes, depicting a mage wrapped in a cloak of leaves.
Mm.
The cloak is not part of the statue. It is like draped on it.
Oh, I want to take that shit. Bert says, guys, there's some really important stuff down this hallway. We gotta go get it.
That's,
there's a tomb and some statue.
okay. All right. That seems like
There's
that
a crystal
seems
eyes.
like kinda closer.
It's,
to what we're looking for.
So, Bert, you quickly rush down the hallway to meet Sabatka, who has sort of taken a perch atop this statue's head. And you make me a sleight of hand check.
Well, okay, first of all, did everyone come with me?
I came with you.
Okay, I'm not like sprinting ahead with everyone. I was trying to
I feel like we probably all.
Everyone. Okay.
Right. I mean, like, Bert, you're
Yeah.
like maybe 10 feet ahead of them just because you're
Okay.
excited.
No.
I'm not like, say, I don't presume that you split up.
Okay. I don't love that you make me do a sleight of hand, but well. Have I committed to grabbing it? Can I like not do that yet?
Now that Perry
I wanted
says
to get us
that,
to the room. I don't know. I wanted to get
Okay,
us to the
okay.
room. I did not say I was immediately
All right.
grabbing it.
You
kind of
get
started.
to the room. You make it to the room. Absolutely.
Okay. Hey guys, do you guys have 10 minutes you can spare real quick?
10 minutes.
Mm.
I want to cast
I
detect
mean-
magic on kind of the whole vibe of this fucking place.
I mean, technically I do, but I don't. There's. I feel like there's a lot of
Well,
stakes for us. to take
Yeah, we
10
got. I
think
mean,
we're in a
everybody's got 10
we're in
minutes.
a bit of
but
a hurry.
the arrival could happen in 10 minutes. You know.
Yeah, we're in a
I
bit
hope
of a
Perry
hurry,
makes the
yeah.
apocalypse happen because I take the time to cast a ritual. I think that'd be great,
I think
personally.
that would be really funny.
I will say, well, Bert takes this 10 minutes to investigate this room. It is a secure enough area. You guys could try and suss out what the fuck happened in the other room if you want.
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay. So, Bert, you are casting Detect Magic. Cerberus, please make me an investigation check.
I tap Bert on the head and I'm like, I'm just gonna go over here.
Yeah.
What kind of insight you said?
I would say investigation here.
Okay.
You're trying to sort of piece together the clues left around the room.
16.
Okay, yeah, with a 16, there were a number of parties at play in this fight. And in fact, you see tucked away in one corner a desiccated husk of a huge humanoid figure, but only so much that it has sort of 2 arms and 2 legs. Its head appears to be draconic, as do its feet and hands, and it has rather large wings sort of attached haphazardly to the back of it, all of which is dry. This creature is long dead, but it's probably about 15 feet tall. And the claws seem to be capable of the kind of damage you see around the room.
Damn.
Otherwise of note, there are a lot of kind of magical blasts around the room. And there is a crushed collection of stone that seems to have come apart that is not the sort of native stone of the rest of the cave. The last notable thing you see is a set of tracks. Something heavy was dragged into the room through like the big ornate vine gateway. You see 2 small feet pushing and 2 just like lines, almost like as if a sled had gone through.
Can I try following those tracks?
Yeah. And as you approach the door, it begins to sort of unwrap and unwind itself naturally. And it's every step you take closer, it pulls further apart. So you have time to stop or try and like sneak a glance without getting too far.
I do like the thing where I notice it's doing it. I take a step forward and I take a step back.
It's like
yeah.
I feel like, how many times do you do that? Like, do you have some fun with it?
I do. Yes, absolutely.
It definitely at one point just gets impatient and closes and stops.
I'm like, okay, then I take like 5 steps after that. I'm like, okay.
It opens. There's probably about a foot sort of viewport in the middle of it. You're still about 10 feet away from the door. So you can try and look through. You can go forward. What's your plan?
Is anyone coming with me through this door?
You've probably got about a couple minutes left until Bert's done.
Okay. So anyone coming with me through this door that I have power over?
Can you remind me, Perry, like, for context, which room we are in?
Yes, so you are in the room immediately following the Earth puzzle, the one with the quicksand. There was sort of a large central area, and this big door leads to the lake, where you fought the water weird to get the key.
Okay.
So you're in about the middle of the dungeon here.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I remember.
I didn't have time to update the map with the changes, so.
Yeah, I'm like trying to look through my notes, but obviously we did a lot, so.
Right. Bert, we cut back to you. This whole cave is infused with magic. And particularly, there are roots that sort of curve in and out of the ceiling and the walls that seem to be a sort of powerful natural magic. This is a confluence of natural elemental sort of energies here that seems to have solidified and centralized in this plant, wherever these roots are coming from. The crystal and the statue are not giving off any sort of ambient magic, but there is an air of like this was created with magical means. And whoever is entombed here was clearly a magic user. But then the cloak does give off magic item vibes.
Okay. Does anything have a school of magic of note that I can tell
Let
that?
me see here. So the cloak has, we'll say, transmutation energy. And the rest of the area has a sort of, it's hard to say. It doesn't fit cleanly into any of them. It is, like I mentioned, that sort of like natural ley lines, sort of earthen inherent magic.
All right. Bert's gonna put his greedy little piggy hands on the cloak now.
Great. Make me a sleight of hand check, please.
I think this is fine. Dirty 20.
Yeah. With that dirty 20, you are able to reach up and sort of unclasp it and pull it down. You have this cloak.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think I've gotten to do that yet with Bert. Anyway,
What you just did?
No, part of Bert's deal is that he kind of got it into this whole shit because he couldn't resist touching a magic book he saw while working. And I guess, I don't know,
Yeah.
spilling details, whatever.
Wow, I feel like
they're your details to spill.
I feel like that's the log line of like every possible like.
No, I think his flaw is just like he's upstanding and lawful good, except for if there's a magic item, he will put his nasty little fucking mitts on it.
Gotta get his mitts on that bad boy.
Yeah, so he is hype. But he is smart enough to kind of fold it and tuck it away for now.
Well done. That's because after the last time you grab one magical book.
You grab
things
one
go
book
south.
and make one pact, and all of a sudden
you end up in one MLM. But you sort of exit out and see Cerberus kind of messing with this magical door on the other end of the room. You have all rejoined. And where would you like to go from here?
what's that door?
Yeah.
Okay. You begin to walk through the door, and this massive collection of roots just unwinds itself for all of you. The door is big enough for you easily to get through, and as you step over the threshold, we are going to take our break.
I'm going to go eat some ice cream.
Yeah, let's do,
Hell yeah.
we'll say 7 minutes, 8:15.
Sure.
All right, we'll all be back at 8:15. And we're back. Or will be very shortly. Are you saying something, Kayla? Bumer?
Yeah, I tried to.
Oh man, that's tough.
What's
Oh,
that?
a cinnamon roll? And the
Blah.
ice cream. Oh, now Riza's doing a boomer.
Damn.
That's tough.
We're all just
How could this
boomers
happen?
here.
Absolutely.
Whatever. I'm gonna enjoy my cinnamon roll.
Yes.
I am a boomer because I have to like play D&D with this blanket on me because I'm so cold.
That's fair.
Listen,
Like an old man.
you gotta make it work.
I'm sitting on a blanket. I don't have it wrapped around me.
I have a blanket on my lap. So
Sometimes you just need to wear a blanket like a cloak and feel regal. You know what? Here, Riza, in solidarity. I too shall wear a blanket.
my blanket has snaps, so it like stays around your
Ooh.
shoulders. It's like built to be a shoulder one. It's very good.
That's really
Oh,
excellent.
that's
Would
crazy.
recommend.
So, you all make your way through this door and see a sprawling underwater cavern laid out before you.
Ooh.
Cerberus, that trail you were following continues here, all the way up to the edge of the lake, where it meets with a bridge composed of the same roots and vines that you see throughout the rest of the cavern, although they've been sort of encouraged to grow and shaped into a bridge that leads to an island about 30 feet offshore. And on the island, you see a tree standing proud and tall, but seemingly weary. Tired.
Me too.
And beneath it, a statue of a centaur.
Oh. Okay.
To your left, there is an open doorway. This seems to be destroyed from the other side, like bits of shrapnel have been blown in to this room.
Okay. Cerberus is like the way of water has no beginning and no end. He just says. Anyway, he's like, so does the trail of like footprints, like, does it lead towards the door that was blasted open, or does it lead like?
No, it leads to the bridge.
Leads to the bridge. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going then.
Okay.
Following the trail. I'm a tracker, so.
Yeah, you walk across the bridge, and as you get closer, a figure steps out from behind this large statue. And you see a dryad. Her hair has sort of fallen. The leaves not quite an autumnal color, but it's sad. Worn.
Dryad
Lonely.
in the ocean call that a wet ad.
Now, what's the real word for it?
A nereid.
Yeah, there you go. I just had to make sure.
So I looked at one M Night Shyamalan movie. The Lady in the Water.
I don't.
Oh man, the centaur's a statue now.
Yeah.
Yes, there it is. Kayla
It
got
wasn't
it.
the first time.
He was not the first time. No.
It was alive the last.
Oh, the
time.
centaur's the statue. Oh.
Cerberus approaches you, or Cerberus, this dryad approaches you, and she says, "Why are you here?"
We're trying to break a curse. Nowhere we can do that.
Fools.
Okay.
You would bring ruin upon us like the last of them who sought to break the curse.
I don't think that's true. We just saved a whole town from
Like The Last of Us, Part 2.
It's true. It's true.
Fine. You will find what you seek at the end of the dungeon. Through that door. Do not stray into any of the other rooms.
I don't plan on it.
Meet your end. If you do not meet it,
Yeah, it definitely won't.
Fools.
I pointed at the centaur and I'm like, did that used to be somebody or is that just a decoration?
You can't just ask that. Karen, you just can't just ask someone if their statue used to be alive.
This dryad just looks at you with a fury in her eyes that
Okay.
flashes but is quickly replaced by an immense sadness.
That's good. Well, it's not good for her.
That's good.
Good Lord.
Yes, we used to be protectors of this place, of the roots of the tree, the tumbleweed, but yet here we are. We couldn't protect anything, and Enelius has brought about our doom. The three of us did what we could, but he fell too far to be saved. And then when that last party came through here trying to fix things, they let loose a number of horrors we had sought to contain here.
They
were none too happy to see us, their captors. And so they turned and...
Oh.
Gotta keep your lemons safe.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry to hear all that. It didn't mean to bring up any bad memories. What did you say that they unleashed a number
What sort of memories? I'm
sorry.
You asked me. You see me here
I'm sorry.
as if I were weeping next to a statue of a centaur in agony, and you asked me.
See, I couldn't.
What sort of memories did you think you were bringing?
I couldn't tell he was in agony from all the way over here. I thought I've never seen it. You know. I don't know. It's kind of what.
Interested in helping us stop Enelius, seeing as he has caused these problems, or are you?
This land can burn to the ground for all I care.
But do you want to help?
I told you where to go. That's all the help you'll get.
Sick.
Sorry, could you clarify? I'm still stuck on the numbers thing. Could you clarify what they unleashed?
Bruh. A number of whores.
Okay, see, that's what I thought I heard, but
So basically, when you broke that jade frog statue, and then
we tried to kiss a frog,
and then also the vault door to the prison, a lot of bad shit escaped, and they were unable to sort of put it back.
Well, honestly, kind of serves them right for taking Enelius's side last time we were here. Just saying.
That's true. That's a good point.
I tip my hat and I walk out.
Great.
Cerberus realizing his limits this time, he's like, all right. Thank you for your time, ma'am. I look at Kirog and I'm like, okay, you heard the numbers thing too, right? Like that.
It sounds like there were a lot of whores down here.
Okay, I see. That's what I thought. I don't
Sounds
see why
like a good time to me.
I don't see why they were complaining so much. That seems not bad.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that.
So
yeah,
sounds like a party.
You guys have been sort of given your marching orders. Just carry straight on through these halls, not going into any side rooms, and you will reach your destination. As you begin to walk down the hallway, the first thing you pass is a large circular opening in the wall with scattered courts all around the entryway here. Much of it's still in its place, but a hole through it smashed large enough for any number of creatures to have escaped. Continuing onward, there is a small little alcove that you hear the dripping of water from as you pass. And at any point, if something piques your interest,
nope,
I have no problem sort of taking you guys to the side.
That dryad seemed kind of very serious and sad about this stuff. So I'm gonna take her word for it. I think I caused her enough grief not to do that.
Further on, still, there is a large gap in the floor, but it is spanned
Don't
by
put that
a
there.
number of branches now. Not quite forming a bridge, but enough that you could sort of shimmy your way across should you have to, although they seem precarious, brittle and dry in many places. To the left of this, there is a large vine door, as they have all been, and you'll hear a sort of shuffling and moaning coming from inside that room. Who is crossing the branches? I know you're not going to fuck with the weird, ominous sounds. So
No, okay.
you can if you want to.
No, I'm
Kirog
thinking
seems-
something, but I won't say it. But maybe I'll type it. But I kind of feel mean that I don't want to, but I do want to.
Now you have to.
It's never
Me to-
stopped you before.
Me to who?
Now you have to.
Not the typing. Oh boy.
Wow. We all just wait in suspense right now.
Oh yeah. Type faster.
No,
I mean, that's just the truth.
That's actually pretty funny.
That's
Damn.
funny. That is appropriate to type and not repeat, though. Good call, Max.
Did he see it?
Nope.
Damn.
Anyway,
You didn't even see it.
Kirog,
Nice little treat for.
you
Real
seem
shit.
pretty intent on just sort of barreling forward, getting to your destination.
Yeah,
As you step-
Kirog's seen enough.
Absolutely. As you step onto this collection of roots, it does begin to sort of give way. Make me a dexterity check to make your way across.
Ooh. 13.
And what kind of armor do you have on, did you say?
Heavy chainmail? It only gives me a disadvantage on, stealth, not
That's
dexterity.
Fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. What'd you get?
13.
You get about halfway across. And you're feeling pretty good.
Fiends.
But then you hear a and the branches drop out from under you and you begin to fall.
Oh. Can I try to? Can I try to?
can do anything about
How far away?
Can
How
I-
far away?
can I-
is Kirog
can I-
from us?
15
Can I
feet.
try to, like, 15
Can I whip
feet?
out my flying broomstick that I fucking have?
Yes.
Can I?
Or
Okay.
you quick thinking zoom, swing down and grab Kirog.
Is this the cavern that we're crossing right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
There is no sign of the gargoyles or the air elementals that pushed you away.
Wait, Bert. Are you the witch we're looking for? See, you do that, and then it makes me think that maybe you're the witch that we're looking for.
It's a little suspicious.
Bert, do you want to just sort of ferry everyone across?
Yeah, can I do? I think I just can
I
slide.
was gonna turn into an animal and then go across, but that's fine.
Okay,
too.
yeah, Cerberus, what kind of animal?
No, I'm not gonna waste it. If Bert's offered, I'm not gonna waste it.
All right.
Oh,
Yes, that is an expeditious way to prevent a lot of dexterity checks and cracking and all that. So you make your way across.
Where'd you get this broom?
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
see,
it's
that's
okay.
another thing that's making you suspicious.
Can I do an Arcana check on the broom
Sure.
stealthily to myself?
Bert, what's your passive perception?
Ooh, passive perception. 13.
Okay, Kirog. I
Yeah,
would
you don't
first
have-
like the perception check.
Perception or Arcana?
Oh, you
Or-
said Arcana. Arcana, yes.
Well,
Arcana. You said
doesn't really
Arcana.
matter. That 20.
Okay. Now
Yeah.
the stealth check with an established disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yeah. Yes. Oh,
Please,
I
please. tell me.
critted.
Yes.
I critted.
No.
So the nat 20, this is a broom of flying.
Yeah.
You know Bert has had this for some time. It is a more mundane magical item as far as they go. It allows the user to fly around, as you've seen. This is not the first time Bert has used it around you. You have no clues as to its origin, and frankly, it is pretty close to like mass produced as far as magical items go. However, you like get all up in his business trying to do this. You get so caught up in your investigation that you're like clinking right next to Bert and then like heavy breathing. So Bert,
I'm doing like old man breathing.
You 100% clock that Kirog is checking your broom out.
Hey there.
What? Huh?
I imagine Kirog's about like 1 inch away from me.
Bert is like,
I look up and I'm like,
hey dear.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you right there. Did you want this back?
Yeah, I'd appreciate that.
Well, I guess you can. There you go.
It was okay. Do you have a question about it, or
I don't know. I haven't really seen a lot of these. I was just curious. I guess I don't know.
It was something I picked up at a client's place one time.
Like at a woodworking client, they just gave you a magic broom.
Well, I picked it up.
That. All right. Good to know, I guess. You bet you ever picked up anything from me?
Oh no, you don't know.
All right.
Do you check your pockets?
I mean, I do. I think he thinks a little bit about what he and the party has.
Okay.
That Bert would be interested in.
Yeah. I mean, you got that fancy pen.
I have other stuff other than the pen, but I'm certainly not going to talk about it.
Just a magic kleptomaniac.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
He's an enthusiast.
Yeah.
True.
Of course.
So.
Wow, I haven't done that in a while.
What? Stolen something?
I have not done my inspiring leader thing in a while. Sorry.
That is true. You did. We did sort of drop the ball on that.
We should have temp hit points basically all the time. So, whoops.
Are you inspiring each of us as you one by one as you ferry?
Well, I think it's like a short rest thing. But no. See, See, Perry. Everyone's always accusing me of min-maxing, but I'm forgetful enough that it's not OP. It evens out. Like I'm not guidancing everything. I'm not.
I honestly think you're fine to min-max.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing.
Well, my dad always makes fun of me for it too. I'm like,
Max, I'm happy to get into that arms race with you because you lose.
No, there was this game at the store the other day that my dad said he ordered but hasn't gotten yet. I think it's called like Role Player or something like that. But like the game is building the most min-maxed character or something. Yeah,
that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you guys all make your way across here to the hallway sort of forks in either direction here, a T junction as it were. To the left, you see down the hallway into a room that is just a mess of roots. Uncontrolled, just twisted, gnarled, a mass of them, seemingly impassable. To your right, excuse me.
Oh.
Oh.
Haley, you want to go check on them?
Jared's closer.
I'm okay. I just had to. Nobody needed to see or hear that.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, but I guess.
Do I
I'm
need
okay
to
with
go
them
mark
hearing it.
down a vomit on the board?
No, fuck you.
A spit, perhaps?
I just had a
I'm
little.
okay with not
conviction go
hearing
down the
it,
wrong
but not
tube.
seeing it. It's like, uh-oh.
It was like Max. Yeah,
Jared,
you know
go
when
over
you
them.
like get
Jared,
something
go
down your
over
throat,
there
and you gotta
give them a
like get
little
into
pat
it.
on the back, Jared.
You really gotta. No, do not.
Jared,
come
go pat
burp
their
me.
back.
No.
Thank you.
Anyways,
Don't make me come down there.
to your right is a hallway that leads to a dully lit room. Lava flows from a river into a series of cracks and rivulets in the ground here. There is a clear doorway on the other side. No other sort of paths around or through.
Mm-hmm.
We have to go through the lava to get where we're going,
Correct.
if I remember correctly.
You do remember correctly.
Does anyone want to go into the tree?
I feel like if this is the main path that we got to go, then I feel like we should just stick to the main path.
Okay. Yeah, the main path is covered in lava in front of you. What would you like to do?
That's not ideal.
Well, I would like to step in the lava.
I personally
However-
would,
Kirog like to do.
Yeah.
I would
However,
personally like to fly over the lava.
Yeah,
Wow.
Bert,
Oh,
you sort of
wait.
zip over.
smart.
Wait, you know what?
I'm waiting.
I'm gonna use both my things. I'm gonna fly over it and also
You have
decanter
two
of
things.
endless water the whole lava thing. See what that shit does.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
love that.
Okay.
Um,
well,
Max, take a point of inspiration. That's sick as hell.
wait, you're headed at points now? What the hell?
Max
Oh,
is engaging
I want-
with his character sheet and the items he was given.
I want some
Or
points.
he took. You took those on purpose. It is a clever solution
getting-
to this puzzle.
We're getting Minecraft up in this biatch.
Hell yeah. You are able to sort of just turn the room into a sauna for a moment, but then it is able to be crossed on foot. And
I'll do that.
you all,
Is it a path of obsidian?
yes. That's what you guys sound like when you're walking.
Wow.
As you walk down this skinny hallway, a lone figure stands in the middle of a once verdant chamber across a bridge spanning a small dried up pond. All types of desiccated plants cover nearly every inch of the walls, ceiling, and floor, not already claimed by massive natural crystals of every variety. The figure is composed almost entirely of stone. Certainly from this distance, that is all you can tell, although there is a bright magical glow emanating from its eyes. There are two other figures in this room. There is a dwarven cleric who has a hole through their chest, and where their heart should be is instead a glowing coal, and fire sort of glows and spews from its eyes. Plodding around the dried up pond is an ankylosaurus that appears to have bark for scales.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
And as you all walk in, the small like fire dwarf, its eyes just sort of snap up at you unnaturally, and it stands, its limbs sort of jerking, and it levels its weapon at you. And I would like everyone to please roll initiative.
Oh no.
Nerd.
Fuck.
Uh-oh.
Need to find a new one. it's just initiative.
Okay, give me 1 second here.
My
Just
notes from
look-
today are a mess.
Oh no. Alrighty. So, for initiative, 20 to 25, please. Good. 15 to 19.
17.
What was that, Jared?
18.
Okay, so we got Finian, then Dorian. 10 to 14.
14.
Kirog. 5 to 9.
7.
Woof.
Okay. And Cerberus, what'd you get just for fun?
I got a 4.
Very
Fuck
good.
yeah.
I don't think it's very fun. Personally.
So, Finian, you are up first. This cleric is about 20 feet away from you, clearly aggressive at the party, and this Ankylosaurus is probably 30 feet, a little bit more off to the side,
dinosaur.
and also aggressive, like a plant dinosaur, a tree dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a fire one and a plant one.
You see, it is leaking like a watery sap from its eyes.
Oh, you shouldn't get that fixed.
Weird.
This is
So
kind
there's
of
a
like
fire one and a
Pokemon.
water one.
Okay.
I'm gonna go within 10 feet,
Great.
so just outside melee range of the
Okay.
cleric.
Great.
Gonna use my bonus action to summon my astral arms.
Ooh. Very nice.
And each creature that I can see within 10 feet must succeed on a dex saving throw.
Okay. You could get in between both of them if you'd like.
Sure.
Dex saving throw. I got a 12 and a 13.
Okay, so they both beat it. So for my attack, I'm just gonna do a little dagger on
Okay.
both of them.
Great. Oh, yeah, because you have 2
Um,
attacks now, don't you?
Oh, actually, no. I'm just gonna use my unarmed strike.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Unarmed
both on the
strike, you'd
cleric.
only be able to attack one of them. Because they're 10 feet apart, but you could get to a spot where like they were both within 10 feet of you on either side.
I'm just gonna attack the cleric twice.
Great. Okay. I just want to, yeah.
That's
Go ahead.
right. Or
Yeah.
no?
Yes, you can do that.
There was just a burst thing for when I take out my arms. That was
Yes, right. Yes. Earlier you said you would attack both of them, but we're on the same page. You're attacking the cleric twice.
I have a 10-foot reach with the arms. So I want to say
I see.
out of melee of them, but yes.
I
Those are
see.
20
oh,
hits.
okay. Whoa, those kick ass. Yeah, 20 hits.
Okay.
Holy shit, those kick ass.
So 7 damage on the first attack,
Okay.
and a 17. Does that hit?
Also hits, yes.
So 11 on the second attack.
Hachi. Machi, Jared. So, Finian,
my
you
turn.
rush up and just a burst of sort of key energy erupts from you, and these arms, I believe your astral arms are just like a larger version of your wings, right?
Yes.
And as you punch, these astral arms sort of flap, and a part of the magic sort of trails off with your fist and punches forward, almost like you're throwing a magic missile at them in the shape of your fist, and you're just boom, batters into this cleric, knocking it almost on its ass with these powerful blows. Is that all?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Great. That brings us to Dorian. You see Finian rush up and begin to engage in melee combat. Well, melee.
Exhilarating. I would like to use my gun and shoot
Great.
the,
Holy shit.
yeah, and shoot the Ankylosaurus
Yeah, absolutely.
or whatever.
You ever shot a plant dinosaur with a gun?
Okay. Yeah, I know. Okay, so that is 16 to hit.
That does hit, yes.
Okay, and then I have 1d10 plus 4. Okay, that is 5 plus 4, so 9.
Nice. So this bolt fires from your gun, and it just echoes around the small cavern, almost deafeningly. And a chunk of the bark just sort of shatters on its back as the bullet penetrates its armor. Anything else, Dorian?
I think that's all I can do for now.
Okay, that brings us to Kirog.
I'm going to cast Bless
Wonderful. On.
So I get 3 people. Who do I want to bless? I'm gonna bless Dorian, Finian, and myself.
Okay.
What did it do?
So until the spell ends, you can roll when you make an attack roll or a saving throw, you can roll a d4 and add that.
And are you concentrating on that, Kirog?
Yes.
Okay. Great.
What die can I add to it?
D4 to any attack roll or saving throw from now until I tell you I did a fuck up.
That's big.
I tried to pick the people I think that do attacks rather than spells.
Yeah, I like that. Smart.
I think I picked right. I can't remember what everyone does. So.
Fair enough. Kirog, is that your turn there, bud?
Yes.
What
Sorry,
a
dropped
noise.
my pen.
Yeah, you're good.
That
brings us to...
Oh, wait, I have 2 attacks.
You cast a spell.
Man.
Yeah, but I have a weapon.
You have to take the attack action to do it twice. You cast a spell or attack twice.
Shit. Well then. Never mind.
Yeah. Sorry. But speaking of saving throws, Finian, can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Add a D4.
Well.
Did you add a D4?
No, but I can. Well, that adds 1, so a 13.
Finian, you see this cleric raise its hands at you, and just a dry, ashy sort of falls out at you, and you feel your muscles begin to tense And try as you might to move, you'll feel your body becoming more and more paralyzed as the effects of hold person take control of your body. But then a divine light shines behind you as Kurog raises his trident and blesses the room. The DC for this was 13. You have succeeded due to the bless spell.
Holy shit.
And you shake off the effects of hold person.
Friendship.
You see
The power of friendship.
the cleric scream in frustration, but that is all it is able to do, which does bring us to the dino.
DNA.
And it's not happy at you, Dorian. So it's actually gonna
Just shot him with a gun, so like, you know.
run up and try and
I did shoot
clobber
him.
you. So
Ah!
this dinosaur charges. Does a 10 hit?
No.
Okay, this dinosaur lumbers up at you, charging, its tail swinging, and it comes crashing down as you step deftly out of the way.
That's embarrassing.
That brings us to Bert. So
Yeah.
Finian has gone up to begin fighting this cleric. They're about 20 feet away from you. The dinosaur has come right up to this spot in the doorway where the rest of the party is.
I'll attack the dinosaur.
So it's
Great.
a water dinosaur and a fire dwarf. Yes.
Correct.
Plan.
Okay.
No. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to cast Hex with my bonus action
Ooh.
on the dino.
Okay.
And then I'm going to. It has disadvantage on fucking dexterity checks, but I guess that's not really the mechanic. But now I'm going to fucking cast my Eldritch Blast on it.
Very good.
Is a 15 hit.
Meets it, beats it.
Fuck yeah, I like having
You
big
are able
ol'
to find the weaknesses in its armor that Dorian exploited earlier and sort of expand on that with your Eldritch Blast here.
Okay. That will be 7 plus 4 is 11 damage.
Wowza. Yeah. You just
Partly force, partly necrotic.
Okay. How much is necrotic?
The two of it.
Okay. Noted. You cast that spell, or you blast off a few magical attacks here, getting ready to fight, and that brings us down to Cerberus.
Oh, and I also move, so I'm not right near it, if that's a concern.
It will take its attack of opportunity on you, but then the rest.
Oh,
of the
okay, then
will
never.
move freely.
Well, never mind. That's
Like sort of the only way past it, like away from it, is past it at this point.
Okay, who cares then?
Great. Cerberus, you're up.
So how far away is the dino from me?
5 feet.
Okay. Would you consider this a beast?
Yes.
Okay. What's its intelligence?
Low, beastly, perhaps.
Okay. Well, I would like to cast Animal Friendship.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, it fails.
It does not automatically fail.
Okay. So, in that case, you have to do a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I should have said wisdom. Or it's an ability check, not throw, so.
15.
What does it have to beat again? Remind me.
Your spell save DC.
Spell save DC.
If you do your spells tab, it should be sort of by the top of it, next to your spell attack
Just barely. Okay.
I will tell you what, though. Cerberus, your mind reaches out with this spell as you've done before to reach out to creatures. And it pushes against a sentience that is not animalistic as you expected, but something closer to an unnatural thing. It is not simply a beast.
Okay.
Um,
Suspicious.
So, we'll say Dorian does a 14 hit your armor class.
Is Dorian within 5 feet of me?
Yes.
Then you have to roll with disadvantage.
Great.
Oh.
As my I can use my
Dorian,
reaction.
does an 11 hit your armor class?
An 11 does not hit my armor class.
Okay. You hear another gunshot ring out.
Oh.
And you are pushed to the side by Kirog, whose instincts kick in, and this bullet sort of ding, just off the top of Kirog's shield and does not hit you.
Oh my god.
God damn it. Bert, a 10 doesn't hit you, does it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Another shot. And a fucking doofus little guy falls from the ceiling with a gun in his hand because he was trying to hide again, but rolled a nat 1.
What the fuck?
So fell from his hiding spot.
Lee Harvey Oswald. What the hell
You
are you doing
see
here?
a small changeling whose face is in flux and shifting, not sticking to any one form, but that has a stone collar around its neck. That takes us up to Finian again.
That's me.
It's you.
All right. I want to hit that little man.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I want to hit the little man.
Yeah. I mean, we'll say he fell like right next to you. Just sort of
I can move.
He's prone.
Okay.
So you do have advantage on your attacks.
Yeah, so I'm going to attack. Bang, bang, double attack.
Great.
24 hit?
It does, yes. Hachi Machi.
8 force damage.
Yeah. Right.
11 hit?
11 does not hit. Is that with Bless and with advantage?
Oh, that's not with Bless. Or with advantage. Oh, okay.
You dummy.
Well, with advantage, it's a 19, so that hits, I'm sure.
The 19 does hit, yes.
Okay, so then that's 6 force damage.
All right, yeah. You just start wailing on this creature.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to unarmed strike again. Can I do that?
Yeah. I was going to say, its face is shifting and morphing into simulacrums of yours, but never quite nailing the look.
Does a 14 hit?
14 does not.
Okay. That is my turn then.
Okay. That moves us over to Dorian.
I thought I was first.
Okay. Well, no, I'm. What?
It's Dorian, then Kirog.
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
Yeah. I think I'm going to use my gun again.
Okay.
And
Nice.
shoot the Ankylosaurus. Sorry, I keep wanting to call it an Ankylosaurus. So let me do that. What number is this? Okay, that's a 13 to hit.
A 13 does
Oh
not
wait,
hit.
plus D4.
Oh, plus the D4.
I plus the D4.
Yeah.
I forgot. 15.
A 15 still does not. Oh, wait. That's the wrong stat block. A 15 does hit.
No! Oh,
A 15 does
yes!
hit.
Okay.
Bless.
All right. Okay, that's a 10
All right. Nice. Yeah. Just
damage.
gunshot
And then
city.
I'm going to
And then
use my bonus action
okay.
to throw my dagger at the changeling.
Damn.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, well, this did not go as well.
Did you use
It's
bless?
a 10, so
Did you bless it?
A 10 even with the bless.
I didn't use bless. I forgot again.
Y'all?
No. Okay, that's fine.
Bless.
I
Yeah.
failed.
Your dagger sort of goes wide and just kind of skitters to a halt. Now it is your turn, Kirog.
Okay, I'm going to attack the dinosaur.
Okay.
My javelin.
Oh.
Because my trident is still cursed and I
Still
need to get it
stinky.
fixed.
You know what's tough is that I told you explicitly who in town to go to get it
Yeah, we
fixed,
were a
and then
little
you
busy.
chose not to.
I critted in a bad way.
But
what if I add bless?
You critted in a bad way.
I did the bad crit.
So this is a javelin.
Yeah, it
So,
was a javelin.
Since that is a ranged weapon, roll a d4.
No, it doesn't have to be a ranged weapon.
Okay, would you like to roll a d6 instead?
Let's see how that would help. Just a 1.
Okay. Roll an attack for me.
12.
Finian, what is your armor class?
My armor class?
Yes, please.
16.
Okay. The javelin skitters wide. Kirog, you are doing a lot of work to kind of watch your party members around here to push them out of the way of any attacks if need be.
Just doing all the work
to protect
over
them.
here.
And unfortunately, you're unable to get a good throw with your javelin, and it goes wide, nearly catching Finian, but not quite.
Can I do my second attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to risk it.
Well, what are the odds of rolling over?
Watch where you're shooting over there.
Do I have my javelin, or is it like over there?
You have a bunch.
Can I get an apology, please?
No.
Can I get an apology?
I didn't hit you. You're fine.
Yes, you have another javelin.
Okay, 13 plus. It's a 14 to hit.
A 14 does not hit.
This dungeon is a prison.
Bounces off of the bark on the back of its back, frankly.
I just feel like I do all this work keeping everyone safe, and then I can't even do anything, and I just he's having an old man fit.
I bet, yeah. This cleric is now quite unhappy. It looks at...
Me too.
I mean, Finian, you're still the closest one to it. So it raises its hands, and necrotic energy begins to sort of coalesce into spheres that then both just...
Am I 5 feet?
No, not even a little bit.
Well,
The first one is a 12 to hit, which we know misses. The second one is a 22.
What did you throw at me?
A
what did you?
bolt of arcane energy.
But does
A
that
spell.
count as a
I think you have to. No.
ranged weapon attack?
It is a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
I respect the hustle, though. We
You
can look
wouldn't
for magic
catch-
items that let you catch spells.
You wouldn't catch a spell.
No, you're good.
So
I just gotta check because I think I might have. No, okay.
Okay.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
You take 12 necrotic damage as this bolt just collides with your chest and sort of seeps into your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
That brings us to the dinosaur. I mean, Dorian, it's still you, bud.
Yeah, I know. Crimson Tail.
Nope.
Let's
Just
see.
super duper misses. Doesn't crit miss, but
Great.
it's
Fantastic.
as close as it can. So with a 2,
Honestly,
its tail
kind
just
of a skill issue.
once more thuds into a space where you would have been if you weren't so deft, sort of maneuvering in and out. Bert, you're up.
All right.
Dinosaur, little guy, or cleric?
Well, I'm gonna keep it up on the dinosaur.
Yes,
Because I've got my hex on it.
Yes.
Yeah, and guess what I can do?
What's that?
As a bonus action, you can deal +4 psychic damage to the target cursed by your hex spell.
Very good. I just
Boop.
take 4 damage.
Take
or is it
damage.
D4
You
damage.
just take 4 damage.
4. Wow.
Just take
Is
4
that an
psychic
Eldritch
damage.
Invocation?
Yeah, maddening hex.
That rules.
It just takes 4 psychic. I just say, your brain hurts.
And it
Me.
does.
Also to creatures of your choice within 5 feet of it. Is there anybody close to it?
No.
No. Okay.
There's sort of two. So the two that are close to each other are the little changeling and the cleric. The rest of you are about 20 feet separate.
Now I'm gonna do my regular action. So Eldritch Blast that effort.
Great.
Wait, 16, which we determined does hit.
A 16 does hit. You blast him.
And then I started blasting.
Blast him.
And do let me know how
4.
much necrotic damage it is.
It's 4 necrotic.
Okay. And is that all, or is there also force?
And then 9 force.
9 force.
That's a lot.
So you shoot this Eldritch Blast at it after just like turning its brains to mush. And this Eldritch Blast finds that crack in the armor that you have been exploiting this whole time. And you sort of level your hammer out. And I think, if I may, this Eldritch Blast, and in combination with the Hex, you're casting a lot of very powerful magic here. And it's as if you see a nail and you swing this hammer down and the Eldritch Blast rips a hole in its armor. You have bloodied this dinosaur pretty spectacularly. Is like half of its back is now in shambles. Cerberus,
Mm-hmm.
how do you follow that up?
That's me. That's a good question.
It's a great question.
So its back is kind of like I was like, my attempts at friendship did not work.
Correct. And they did not
Pretty
work
fucked
because it
up.
is not a beast.
Okay. Well, semantics, perhaps. How far away is it?
5 feet.
Okay. How far? I still feel questionable about like attacking it. So how far away is the cleric?
20 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna try to throw my ice knife at him.
Okay, yeah.
Never mind.
Uh-oh.
It's a 9.
A 9 does miss, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Well,
I do believe the ice knife still explodes, or is it just on a hit that it does that?
Yeah, hit or miss, shard explodes. Targeting each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dex throw.
Okay. It's just gonna be this guy. But dex is bad. That's only a 7.
Ooh. Okay, so you take 2d6 since 2d6 cold damage.
Ooh, nice.
So that is 8 cold damage.
Wow. This ice, the knife shoots and it misses because it goes into the cavity in its chest. It flies through without striking anything, but right next to its heart, it explodes. And this frost covers its burning heart, almost extinguishing it. You have also bloodied the cleric.
Okay, I didn't think I'd get this far. Wow.
We come back to the little guy, who will stand up and in a panic back away from you, Finian. So should you like an opportunity attack, you have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Opportunity attack is just any attack, right? Any singular attack?
Any melee attack, yes.
Okay. Is a 16 hit?
It does.
9 force damage.
Wow. Nice. Yeah. Your hands almost like blast it further away. And as it stumbles, its face begins to switch to mirroring Bert as best it can. As it takes 2 shots at you, Finian. Does a 24 hit?
Yes, a 24 will hit.
Okay. You take 8 piercing damage. However, this is physical ammunition.
Oh, yeah! Okay. Always wanted to use this. Reaction to deflect or catch the missile when you are hit by ranged weapon attack. Damage I take is reduced by 1d10 plus 10.
Okay.
So that is 19 damage.
Yeah,
so it's reduced to 0.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I can turn it around and spend a key point to make a ranged attack with it. So I'm going to do that.
Great, yeah.
Don't forget your blast.
I'm assuming a 24 hits.
Yes.
What's the damage?
1d8 plus 4.
Okay. So that is 7, so 11 damage.
Okay. So you catch this bullet in midair. You grab it and like twist its momentum around in a circle and like flick it as if it were a card right back at this figure who is unfortunate enough to be firing a shot at the same moment. These bullets collide in the barrel of the gun and it just erupts in this creature's hand. So first thing, you said 11 damage.
Shit.
So it takes 11 damage.
That's
And then it takes a lot more as his gun
Did you crit
explodes.
in a bad way?
He did crit fail the second attack.
I think bullet on bullet violence should trigger a wild magic surge.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Is it a magical gun?
This is not a magical gun, no.
Okay.
I will say it is a magical gun of take just 16 damage. Did not roll great on those, but this little sneaky guy is now also bloodied. All three combatants here have
We
begun
really
to
weren't
fade.
efficient in our fucking damage, were we?
No. It's
Our
pretty low.
application there.
We do come back up to Finian. You are rolling hot
Nice.
here. Who do you want to
Nice. So it's the dinosaur and the little guy and the cleric, right?
get? Correct. The cleric is still in your melee range. The dinosaur and the little guy are out of it.
I have 10-foot range, to be fair.
That is yes.
Okay. Then
Dinosaur is 20
I'm
feet away.
gonna-
The cleric is still 10, and you did the opportunity attack on the little guy as he ran away.
Okay.
From you.
Then I'll hit the cleric
Right.
with my attacks.
Yeah.
27 hit.
Yeah. What's your to hit modifier?
Plus 8. I rolled
Okay.
two
I
19s.
was wondering if that was a
Or
damn. Yes. So what's the damage?
7 on that one.
Okay.
And then 18 hits. So 7 again. How's it looking?
Finian, you are a blur. You appear as if a shooting star to the rest of the party for a moment, as your astral wings envelop you in a fury of ki and attunement. You punch the rogue who's sneaking away from you and then catch a bullet and throw it back down the barrel of his gun before turning your arms to beat this cleric, your astral arms extending far beyond your natural grasp. And the second hit does do the cleric in. How do you strike the killing blow?
Just right at the fucking throat. Just a
Oh, yeah. And it, like, you get the kinetic feedback in your own arm, even through this magical long distance attack, and it crumples like a dried piece of wood after a long fire, just coming away ashen. And the cleric stumbles for a moment before being consumed in flame, leaving behind nothing but a pile of ash and a set of armor.
yucky.
That's what armor you say.
Can
Oh my
I
God,
use my
maxed.
Can I use my movement to go get to the little guy and do my bonus attack?
Absolutely.
Okay. How's he looking?
Just under half.
No, okay. Then I'll just attack.
A lot
one.
better than the cleric was.
Yeah. Okay. 25 hits.
Yes.
So 10 force. Please and thank you.
Nice. All of a sudden, not looking so great, as if that were a third of his remaining life.
Wow.
If you had to guess, Dorian, that's your turn. Dinosaur or the little guy?
Okay. This time I'm gonna go for the little guy. I was planning on doing a spell, but I don't need to do it anymore. Thank you, Jared. So I will shoot the little guy with my gun.
Great. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. So that is 8, 10, 11, 12. That's 21.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Nice.
And then 1d10. Okay. +4. That's just a 7.
All right, but still, this 7 does it. You shoot the figure that had been shooting at all of you.
Well, that's great. I'm actually going to use my bonus action to bardically inspire somebody. Sirog. I'll bardically inspire
Sirog is
you.
next in the initiative order, and that does bring us to your turn. But first, Dorian, what do you say to inspire Kirog?
I whistle.
Very good. A jaunty
whistle
little
right now?
tune rings out, and Kirog, you
Yeah.
feel yourself
Yeah.
inspired in the
Oh.
fight.
I wolf
I love
whistle at
this
my
tune.
companion.
I mean, if anyone would, I feel like it would be Dorian.
It's fair.
So yeah, you're up. The dino is still
Um,
in hitting range.
I'm gonna try to hit it with my javelin.
Okay.
For real this time.
Okay.
21.
Hits.
4 damage.
That's tough, but it does suffer the damage.
I'll do another hit.
Okay.
That's only 9.
A 9 does not hit, unfortunately.
Well, can I use Bardic Inspiration for that? I don't remember.
I don't
how
know if it'll
Bardic
work.
Inspiration-
Riza, does it work on attacks?
Or is it just
Yes.
skills?
It does.
Yeah, it works
Then yes.
on attacks. Yeah.
Yes, you may. What is it, a
Right.
D6, Dorian?
Is a D8.
D8.
Oh
Add a
boy.
D8 to your attack. You said you got a 9?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me hold on.
You need a 6 or higher.
I found a D8. Can you believe?
What do those look like these days?
Like this.
Wow.
Ah, so 1.
Ugh, nope. Unfortunately, even with the inspiration,
Oh well.
you're unable to find a place to strike a
I'm
blow.
being so helpful.
That does actually bring us to the dino's turn. It doesn't like how much you've been trying to hit it,
Okay. that
Kirog.
Seems targeted, but whatever.
It is targeted. Does a 15 hit?
Nope.
It swings down at you and you just boom,
Yeah.
bash it aside with your shield. No fucking problem. What a chump.
Jockey.
Bert, you're up.
Wow, that's me. Guess what? That dino's still standing and it's still
Mhm.
hexed. Guess what? Take 4 damage.
That it will take 4 damage. Yes,
Isn't that the fucking best?
that does kick
Just-
ass.
It's just like hurt your brain. Right.
Was anyone going to tell me that Blue Jays are Corvidae? Or was I just supposed to
That's
find
cool
this out
as
from
hell.
a meme on
Oh,
Twitter?
I knew that. I'm pretty
Blue
sure
Jays
I
are
knew
like
that.
Didn't tell
closely-
him?
What?
I
What?
said, and they didn't tell you.
Huh? What?
Right? I know. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Why would I tell you that? It's like a random fact.
They're like
Mhm.
sibling species to crows and ravens. That is ridiculous.
Damn.
Yeah.
I guess I can kind of see it. Well, I don't know. They're birds. All right. 23 hits.
Yep.
That is 4 necrotic
Okay.
and 13 force.
Yeah. Bert, this Eldritch Blast leaves your hammer, and it is powerful. You can feel it as it leaves your hand. This is the one. Where do you aim?
Yeah, we're gonna go right for his little nagging there.
Eh.
And it is just ka-tunk
Eh.
through the brain, and the creature almost
Creature.
seeps into water, falling down for a moment, appearing as a large humanoid figure before just completely seeping dead into the stone.
Oh, is this Was this a druid, perhaps?
Yes, it was.
Damn, I've heard of those.
That brings us to Cerberus. Only the little guy is left. He is about halfway between you all and Finian.
Okay. So how far away is that?
15 feet, call it.
Okay.
Kind of over to the side there.
All right. Let's see. So many options. I'm gonna move a little bit closer to him.
Okay.
To be within 5 feet of him.
Okay, you easily are able to do that.
And then I'm gonna primal savagery. I'm just gonna fucking try to like tear him to shreds with my hands.
Hell yeah!
Damn.
Get his ass.
Okay. 16.
Hits.
Okay. Then he's gonna take 2 D10s of acid damage.
Wow!
Yeah, I have to find my D10, but I think that's it. Yeah, okay. So he's gonna take 14 acid damage.
You melt skin from flesh, exposing bones.
Cool.
And as you see the bones, they're made of stone. And this creature is just barely hanging on to life. And it's gonna you ran right up to it, so it's gonna go ahead and pull out a dagger and try and stab you a couple times.
Can't imagine I'm
Cerberus.
within 5 feet of that.
No, unfortunately
Yeah.
not anymore. Well, I don't suppose a 10 hits, does it, Cerberus?
No.
So then the 6 is not either. You like the acid is flowing down this thing's arm in such a way that the dagger is like slipping from its fingers even as it tries to stab you. Finian, you get the coup de grace here on
You're welcome.
this creature.
Bang bang. Do
And
I have
that's-
to roll? Are we okay?
You
Why
gotta
not?
play out the hand, Jared.
Ah, yes. 26 to hit.
Absolutely.
9 or 8 force damage.
Yeah, and you just come in with your astral arms, and the acid has etched away this thing's body to reveal a stone rib cage, which your fist just shatters, absolutely imploding it, and it falls to its knees and then clatters to the ground, dead, leaving you all alone in this room with this. I mean, with Borg. You know enough at this point that it is Borg still casting this spell, although you can see its power wavering. There's a sort of even as Borg's eyes flicker. And gathering yourselves after this battle, that is where we are going to end the episode.
Yay.
Yay.
Wow.
Whoa.
Good job, y'all.
Wow.
All right, in 2 weeks, we're going to see what
That's a bit
happens.
crazy.
But in the meantime, thank you all for watching.